Welcome to Title Update 15 under Division 2. In today's video, I'm giving you a guide for Title Update 15 for new and returning players. And it's off the back of yesterday's stream. The update went live yesterday. We did a 13-hour stream on it, and there was a lot of questions being asked. And I thought we could do a quick video today to cover some of those questions. So what we're going to be covering today is the expertise system. A lot of people were asking about the expertise system and were confused. So I'm hoping to simplify that for you and give you a quick guide on that. We're going to be discussing the new Season 9, how to buy that, and how best to grind the levels off of that as well. So the fastest way to get to season level 100 to get all of the unlocks. And also the most asked question yesterday was about the Faye Lau key. Once you complete the manhunt, there's an objective to hand in the second key. So we're going to discuss that early in this video as well, because I know a lot of people are asking that. We've also got some countdown information for you too. So it's just a quick guide to Title Update 15 today. And all I ask is that if you do enjoy this video, please do share and hit like on it to support it. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe as well for more content from myself. I've got a ton of Division 2 content and streams planned. And also, we have the best Division community on Discord. We're just about to hit 21,000 members. So before you do leave this video today, come and check us out. It's linked at the top of the video description. So there's a lot to cover in today's video, so I have timestamped everything down below in the video description. You can scroll along the time frame of this video to go to the point that you want to get to if there's a certain bit that you want. We're going to start with the manhunt target though, Captain Lewis, and how the new manhunt system works on the Division 2 before discussing that second Faye Lau key. So I think this is fantastic for returning players or people thinking about coming back to the game, and you're thinking, oh, it's just another manhunt. They were quite repetitive, they're quite boring. I love the way that they've changed these now. So you can see the manhunt structure looks the same. We've got Captain Lewis as the prime target with 4 lieutenants. The reward this time isn't a skill or anything like that. It's going to be a weapon or a weapon skin. It's not really clear what that is that it's giving you there, but there's no new skill this time. But what I really enjoyed about going through this manhunt and going against Major Castillo was that it's not as repetitive or as grindy as last time. So you'll see here on the investigation on the left hand side of the screen, we just had to complete 3 control points in Constitution Hall, 1 bounty, and a propaganda broadcast. That's all we needed to do. Last time around for the 4 lieutenants, there was like 3 or 4 different areas you had to go through and do the same thing over and over and over before you unlock the bounty to kill the lieutenant. And it was quite a long drag. This is much shorter, much more to the point. It doesn't feel as repetitive, and I really like what they did at the end for Major Castillo and what they're going to be doing for the other lieutenants and Captain Lewis. Once you completed all of the main objectives, you got a target found bounty available for Major Castillo at DCD headquarters. So you just go into the bounty like you used to with the old manhunts and select the bounty, but this time they take over a whole mission. This meant they were able to play DCD headquarters with True Sons on the mission, and I thought that was really, really good. We already knew about this. They said that they were doing this, but it was good to see this in play, and this is going to be for every single lieutenant during this manhunt campaign. So I just thought that was a very, very nice touch, and I really do much prefer this new way of doing the manhunts. And then once you completed your manhunts, unlike last time round on the seasons where you were picking up intel as you went, you got to come back here and you've got to hand in a decryption key to Kelso to get all of that lore and intel. You'd speak to her, there'd be a voice recording. And this is why I just want to answer this question. It was the most asked question yesterday in my stream. And it was, how do you find the second key? So once you completed the manhunt and you do come and talk to Kelso and you get your little bit of lore, you get an objective to use the second key. That second key, and it has been confirmed by Yannick, will be for the next manhunt target. So if you come into the season menu, I kind of assumed this during my stream, and this is what I told people because you kind of got the first key off Castillo. But if you go to the next manhunt, which is going to be starting in 2 weeks and 4 days for Daniels, once you complete the Daniels manhunt, you'll get the second key. There'll be a 3rd key, there'll be a 4th key, and imagine there'll be the 5th key of the final manhunt target. Now, the second most asked question yesterday in the stream was the expertise system. A lot of people were getting quite confused by this and were wondering how it worked. I did a whole video on this on the PTS. I can link it down in the video description. We do go into a little more in depth than I'm going to do now, but I'm going to put this very, very simple for you, and I hope it explains it quite well. So if you come to the recalibration station, this is where obviously you have the optimization, recalibration, and recalibration library there. Expertise is added here. So this is the expertise menu. Okay, now you've got different parts of this. So if you look on the left hand side of the screen there, you can see I'm proficient in 1 out of 344 items. That's kind of like one of your main goals. You want to try and get proficient in as many items as you can. The more items you get proficient in, the more your expertise level is going to go up. You can see that I'm only on level 1. So you want to work on that. You want to work on making things proficient to get your personal expertise level up, because when it comes to upgrading items, they're bound to your expertise level. So if I'm only expertise level 1, I can only upgrade items 1 time. Whereas if I'm expertise level 10, I can upgrade items 10 times. So just that's basically the basics of your level and why you've got your own individual level. But then you've got all these different items you've got to get proficient with. You've got all your weapons, you've got your specializations, we've got named and exotic gear that you got to get proficient with, you've got your skills, and you've got your brands. Now, how this works is you literally just got to wear your brands or wear the weapons or wear whatever you want to get proficient with. If we come out of this menu, and if I come into my builds, yesterday I was using we used a few builds, but if I go to one that we put together, which was our Heartbreaker build, and bring up the items here, you can see that we've got a proficiency rank on each of them. So starting with my Kingbreaker, I've got it to proficiency rank 6. That's because I use this a lot yesterday, and all I had to do was use it and get kills. So just earn XP, just use it in whatever activities that you want to do, and you will gain proficiency rank with it. I've actually got nothing to level 10 yet. Now, level 10 is where you need to get an item to make it proficient. In fact, I lie. I just noticed we did get the Heartbreaker gear set to level 10 yesterday, so that's good. So you can see here, once you get to level 10, the expertise on it just changes to proficient, and there's no upgrades active. So have a quick look at how we can upgrade that item in a moment. But yeah, it is as simple as just wearing things, using them in any activity that you want to gain proficiency. I'm hoping to have a look in the future at like the best way and the fastest way to rank up items, but for now I'm not so sure on that. So just have fun, use items, and you will get proficient in them. You can see we're already proficient with a Heartbreaker set here. If I go back to the recalibration station and go into expertise, this is where you can see what we can now do once we are proficient. So we're going to go and find the Heartbreaker gear set, which I think is near the bottom over here. There we go. So we've got the Heartbreaker gear set, which we're proficient in. Now, what I can do if I want to is upgrade these. Now, I can only upgrade them 1 time, as I've already explained, because of my personal expertise level. I'm only level 1, so I can only do 1 upgrade. But with these Heartbreaker knee pads, we'll just work on these. You can see that I can upgrade them and give myself 1% extra armor. It's going to cost me some resources to do that, and all I've got to do is hold X to upgrade. So we'll quickly do that on the Heartbreaker knee pads there. And we'll go back to them, and you'll see how it looks on the piece. So they've just been upgraded, and it's got a grade level 1. Now, that if I wanted to upgrade them again, which I can do for another 1% armor, I can make them grade level 2. But as we've already said a couple of times, I can't do that because my expertise level is only level 1. You're bound to that level. But if we go back to my Heartbreaker gear set and have a look at those knees, you'll see that it looks like this. So now that I've upgraded it, you can see that it's expertise 1. I've got an extra 1% armor on them. And the system is as simple as that. You just want to work on getting as many items as you can proficient to increase your personal level, and then just use the items that you want to upgrade with the expertise system to get them proficient, and then just grind the resources to up their levels. The higher level you are, the higher you can get your items, and it works the same for every single piece. Now, one thing I do want to say, I did say I'll make a video for like the quickest way to get these items proficient, but you can donate junk into the expertise system to help you along your way. So not only can you use the items, but if you get like, say, any Providence pieces or any other brand set pieces or any weapons, rather than dismantling or selling them, you can mark them for junk in your inventory, come to this station, click on expertise, and you'll notice that donate all junk button at the bottom. So come here, donate all your junk, and anything that you get will go towards any proficiency on any items that you're donating, if that makes sense. So for example, if I'm donating a lot of Providence junk, I'm going to get proficient in Providence quicker. So you can do that to speed up the process too. But that is the expertise system. That is how it works. I've shown you the gear set. If we have a very quick look assault rifle. I did try working on my Eagle Bearer a little bit yesterday, but got nowhere near. In the PTS, we did get this to level 10 and we did upgrade it a little bit. But with the weapons, rather than armor, you're going to get extra weapon damage. So they're very well worth doing. You definitely want to be focusing on this, and I'm hoping to have a video in the future on how best to get everything proficient and everything maxed out as quick as possible. And just one final thing before we do move away from expertise. You might have noticed on the bottom there, you can research an item. This is an additional way to gain proficiency for an item. If we come into research and press L2 to donate materials, you're able to also donate materials to get them proficient. I don't really recommend doing this at all because it's so much easier just to use the item to gain proficiency rank, or donate items as well. Obviously, you're not going to be donating a load of Eagle Bearers, but you could use the Eagle Bearer a lot to get its proficiency rank 10 rather than donating all these resources. It's a much better way of doing it. But in terms of like other weapons and gear sets or whatnot, just donate junk that you get. Again, it's a much better way of doing it rather than donating all of your materials. But it is up to you. This is an option that's also available for you. You can donate these materials to get the proficiency rank up as well. Next up, we're going to discuss the Season 9 Season Pass. If we come and head into seasons here, we've got a lot of activities going on. I'm not going to go through them all, but we've got Manhunts, we've got leagues, we've got global events. This has all been announced prior. We've discussed this in other videos. We've got a great roadmap taking us up to September, and there's 2 apparel events as well. We've got the street activation one coming, and we've got one in just a couple of weeks, a Fairview Crew event coming as well, 1 week and 4 days. There's a lot to get stuck into over the next few weeks. We're going to be doing some community events ourselves around the leagues and whatnot. It's very, very exciting. But if you go into the rewards track, you can see that we've got another 100 tiers of rewards to go through. Now, the top tier, as always, is free for everybody. I just believe you need the Warlords of New York expansion for this. But that second track there, the bottom tier, you'll have to purchase this to get. Now, all the good stuff is for free though. If we go through this, you can see when we get to level 55 of this season pass, you're gonna unlock the Dready Dick, the new SVD exotic. You're gonna get all of the Heartbreaker gear set through this. As we keep on progressing, when we get to level 85 there, you get the blue screen. You actually got the Kingbreaker named AR at level 80, and if you get to level 90, you get the Catharsis exotic mask as well. And we get to all the way to level 100, there's a Hidden Alliance hero patch. Now, if you do buy the pass for, I think it's $10 or £8, basically 1,000 in-game currency, you'll be able to get all the bottom track as well, which is a lot of vanity stuff. There's some good dyes, there's some good weapon skins, and at tier 100, you're going to get the Season 9 vanity mask as well. Now, it's very easy to buy the pass just from here. If you're on PlayStation, you press square, you'll be able to go and buy it from there. But also, if we just back to the main menu and go to the store, you're going to be able to buy the pass from here. You just want to go over to add-ons, and the Season 9 pass is there. You can see that I already own it. You do need to have 1,000 credits to buy it though. If you haven't got 1,000 credits, just press square to get credits there, or just move over to the premium credits tab. 1,000 credits costs £7.99. So if you're in the UK, it's £8 for the season pass. And just before we do move on, I just want to discuss how best to rank up that season pass. There's 100 levels. People are going to want to go through it as quick as they can. And one of my favorite ways, although it's not the quickest, as you can see here, you get distracted and you start fighting other players. But a very quick way to get levels is in the DZ and just going from landmark to landmark to landmark. The heroic landmarks and the challenging landmarks offer a lot of XP. A heroic pretty much puts you up a whole season level if you complete one of them, and it's a fun way to get those season levels up. The most efficient way to get those levels up, though, is open world activities and control points. There's definitely like a best way of doing this, like a certain area to use, but just set the world to heroic, turn on some objectives or directives rather, and just go from one activity to another, control point to another, and just keep on completing them. You're going to get a ton of XP. Your levels will go up very, very fast, and you'll reach 100 before you know it. You could probably get 100 levels in a day if you just focused on open world activities and control points. It's the most efficient way to get XP and get to level 100 on the season track for sure. What I would say as well, though, it depends how comfortable you are. If you can turn all directives on, obviously you're going to get the most XP there. And if you can play that on heroic with all directives, that'll be the most efficient way. But play however you want. If you've got to play on challenging with less directives, then however's best for you will be however quick that goes up. And now finally we move on to Countdown. This is the new mode in the Division 2 title update 15, and it's a very fun mode to play. Yesterday I actually fell in love with it. I thought it was fantastic. When I first played this on the PTS, I only played it on phase 1. It was super easy to play. I had a lot of like bad things to say about it really. I didn't think it was much good at all. But yesterday I didn't want to get off it. I could have kept playing it. It's so intense. They seem to get the balance with difficulty just right, and sometimes we couldn't even extract, you know. It's not a guarantee that you actually go in and you get this completed. So you probably know everything there is to know about Countdown already, so we're not going to give you a huge review on this. You basically go in, complete objectives, and you get out. And on the way out, you got 4 minutes to extract, and there's a lot of hunters to fight as well. But why I wanted to mention Countdown today is because in Title Update 15 on Division 2, this is the best way to farm any gear. You can set your targeted loot just like with the summit, and there's so much gear that drops, and I mean there's a lot of gear that drops. You are going to get so many named items, so much gear to look through. There's actually not enough time really to look through all of the gear that drops. There's that much and you're on a timer, so you got to be very quick and efficient with your grind. And there's sometimes we didn't get out just because everybody was looking at the gear and trying to get what gear they were getting dropped, because on that extraction there's so many hunters and every hunter drops a named item. So you can imagine if somebody's looking for a named item like the Kingbreaker, you're going to want to go and check that item. And it was insane. It was so much fun. But I just wanted to mention Countdown today because this is going to be your best way of farming if you can get a group together now. It's an 8-person event like a raid, but not as hard as a raid. It's just going to be very good for farming, and it'll take your farming away from the summit if you're like me and you're using that. The summit's still going to be great for solo players or people in their smaller groups for sure. But if you can get a big group together, make sure you're using Countdown this season to get all of your loot that you need for builds. It's absolutely fantastic. And that does bring us to the end of this Title Update 15 guide. I think I've covered everything that was being asked yesterday. We did get a lot of questions asked, which is why we made this. But if there's any questions, do put them down in the comments. I'll try and get back to you and answer them as best as I can. But thanks for watching. The only thing we've kind of like missed out of this video today is because we didn't find it, is we do believe there's a secret to find in Title Update 15. The developers mentioned, they said that they left something out of the PTS for us to find when we played it, and we didn't find anything yesterday. I'm pretty sure it is to do with the Countdown mode. We did find a truck that said dare to look closer on it that we thought was a little bit out of place. We spent an hour trying to figure that out, but we never got anywhere with it. So I do think there's another like secret to uncover or something like that. If you think back to year 1 with the 8 hunters, year 2 with the 8 hunters, I think they've put a surprise into this update for us as well with a new hunter mask is what I'm thinking. I'll get back to you on that if we do find something though. But yeah, that's everything I have for you now. I hope you have enjoyed this video today. Please again make sure to hit like and share to support it. Subscribe if you're new for more content from myself. We're going to cover a lot of content on a Division 2 as we always do. I got some builds coming this weekend as well. We're putting some builds together. I got a PvP build around the Heartbreaker set, a PvE build around the Heartbreaker set, and so much more content planned. So make sure you hit subscribe not to miss that. But now we're done with the video today. Come and check out our fantastic gaming community. It's linked at the top of this video description. Until next time, thank you for watching this. Enjoy Title Update 15. Stay safe and peace out.